Hey guys, we're gonna get right into this look, and as you know, I am using the Becca Evermatte primer. It is the only primer I use, so it is the only primer you will ever see on this channel. Next, I'm going to prime my lids using the shade number 13 from the Crayon Case Highlighter Concealers, and I'm going to buff that all over my lid. I'm going to follow that up with my brows and using the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Medium Brown, I'm going to fill in and construct my brows. I am now on week 3 or 4 of growing my brows out, and I tell you, it is the most annoying process, but when I shape my brows, I think I'm going to record that video for you guys so you can see what I do when I decide to reshape my brows, how I do it. Now just using the same concealer, I'm going to clean up my brows and just give them a little bit more definition. And when I'm growing them out, the extra hair makes the process a little bit long. So I cut down what was actually a 15-minute process into about a minute and change for you guys, because I know you're not going to want to sit for 15 minutes and watch me do my brows. Now going into my Jacqueline Hill Morphe palette, I'm going to take this yellowish shade and use that to start my transition area. After that, I'm going to go into the more orange shade in the palette and build the color for the transition area. For my outer V, I'm going to use the black and the dark green in this palette. And I did notice as I was creating this outer area, it wasn't as black as I wanted it to be. So at some point, I do go into my Lorac palette and use the black in that palette in order to really define the outer area. And when I'm ready to stick down my brighter colors, I'm just taking more concealer and making my lid tacky. I'm not going for a cut crease, so I'm not worried about it being super defined. Now taking these two teal shades, I'm going to create the lighter area in my look. This is the matte shade first. And I'm going to do a few pats of that, drag it in, blend it in with the darker area. And then I'm going to take the shimmer out of the palette and brighten up the entire look. Doing this look did make me curious though to see what it would look like if I use a deep blue on the outside with these teal shades. Then you're going to see me go in and shade and just try to redefine and blend the outer area. Because I didn't show the palette to the camera, I think this is about when I started to use the Lorac palette to get that black that I was looking for. Now I'm taking my favorite liner, my Makeup Forever Aqua Liner in matte black, and I'm lining my waterline and my top line and sticking myself in the eye in the process. To brighten up my under eye, I'm going to use Feathered from OCC in their liners, and it's a nice bright white liner. In the inner corner, I'm taking the white shimmer shade out of the Jacqueline Hill palette, and I'm just going to brighten up the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm going to drag that teal shimmer across the under eye area. I do believe I take it all the way out to the outer corner. And taking some of that dark green for the outer V. Now I'm taking my Milani 2-in-1 Perfect and Conceal foundation in the shade Nutmeg, and you know my bottle's running low, so I'm just taking the wand out of the bottle and putting that all over the face. And then I'm going to hydrate my face using my Lasting Fix Spray by Maybelline and get to blending with my favorite blender sponge from Wet n Wild. Now taking the number 13 concealer from the Crayon case. It's a little more orange, and so it does a great job for me in terms of color correcting. Then taking the number 23, and I'm going to use that to highlight all over my face. I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring with my highlighter concealer from Crayon case. I don't remember the exact shade, so I'm going to put it down in the description bar below. And everything that I have a link for will be down there so that you guys can purchase it. The links are for Amazon and they are affiliate links, so if you make a purchase, you don't come out of pocket. For me, Amazon comes out of their pocket for me. So that's how you can get some of these products that I've been using. And I sprayed my brush with more of that lasting fix. I just want to really lock in this beat. So that's why I'm adding it to almost every layer of this makeup look. I'm taking my blender just to kind of smooth things out. And taking just a little bit more of that orange-based concealer just to give me a little bit more coverage under my eyes. Now I went to take my scarf off, and man, when I tell y'all that thing was stuck on my hairline, it hurt. I didn't show it for you guys, but it hurt. And you can see my ramen fresh waves I got going on, looking like a packet of ramen, chicken ramen, that's my favorite, and blending in that line from the scarf. Then I'm going to contour with my black opal powder in the shade Deep. I'm going to take my MAC Ambering Rose Blush and pop that on the cheeks. Followed by my Pacifica Beauty eyeshadow in the shade Treasure, but I love it, love it, love it for a highlight. And the way I get the brow of my nose, I pinch my brush, like so. So I have already, I'll say primed, but hydrated my lips with my O'Keeffe's lip repair. And now I think this look is gonna look best with a nude lip. I couldn't find my NYX KOKO liner, so I'm gonna take another brown liner that I have. The store is no longer around, so I'm not gonna mention who it is, but you can use any brown liner and it's gonna really make the look pop. So first I'm gonna take Soul by Colored Rain, and I'm going to apply that to the outer part of my lips, making sure there's not too much product on it. And we're going to create a nice ombre look. And give that a black. Then I'm going to take the shade Pure Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to pop that in the center. And these are liquid lipsticks, so they're going to dry down. Then I'm going to take my brown liner and slightly change up the warmth of this lip. And I have to slightly overline my right side because it's not as round and full as my left. So to make them even, I just slightly overline this side. Okay. So, I just realized I didn't put any powder to set my face, and that could be why I look so dark to myself. I don't know how it's reading on camera, but to me, I feel really, really dark right now. But I just realized I didn't powder my face, so that could be the culprit. So let me powder and then see how I feel about this look. And I'm not worried about this disrupting or disturbing my blush or highlight at all. This will probably be the last time you see this backdrop, because I realized I have the face detection set up on my camera, and this has little circles here. So in the last video, I was noticing that my camera was having a hard time trying to figure out if it was focusing on me and my eyes or the backdrop and the eyes on the backdrop. I feel very Mimi from Drew Carey-ish right now, right up under here. You gotta be a certain age to understand that reference. But that definitely did help with how I feel about how dark my face looks. So to lock it all in and to kill the matte under the eye, I'm going to use my Maybelline Lasting Fix. It says makeup setting spray up to 16-hour wear matte finish, shake well. And if you notice, I put my headscarf back on because all back here did not dry down all ramen-y fresh like the top. So what I'm not finna do is be looking crazy on camera to y'all. Put some of it in and then fan the rest. By fanning it in, I ensure that my makeup is going to lock, you know, as opposed to just letting it air dry. No, I want this to dry down quickly. And you fan until you don't feel any more dewiness on your face. Alright guys, this is the finished look. This is a look that I actually did for our night out on my best friend's bachelorette weekend, and we actually ended up staying in the house, but I was like, somebody gotta see this look, damn it, because it's bright, it's vibrant, it does not require a wing liner. Whenever you do looks that are dark on the sides like this, skip the wing liner. It's kind of pointless. You can do a little bit in here, but otherwise skip the wing liner. Like, you don't always have to have a wing liner. It's just not always necessary. This is the look. I went a little extra beat on the face just because I feel like this eye called for a little more snatchedness. Does that make sense? Do you get that? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, guys, let me know what you learned in this video. I did try to incorporate some things that were requested of me, and I am gonna have some detailed videos on some technical things coming up soon. They're in the works. I just want to gather information that I think is really gonna help. Might even call on a few of my MUA friends for their tips, and just to help you guys out with makeup and learning new looks and tips and tricks and becoming more confident in your application. So as always, do not forget to hit the notification bell. It's the only way you're going to know when I post videos, aside from going onto YouTube randomly and saying, oh hey, she posted a video. Come on now, let's not do that. Hit the notification bell. If you are not already, subscribe. And I need you to hit the like button because that makes a difference with this YouTube algorithm. I think it's really similar to Instagram, and the more people that like your photo, the more people get to see it, the more Instagram pushes it. So I think it's pretty much similar with YouTube. The more people that like it, the more YouTube pushes it. So hit the like button. I'm waiting. Okay. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and their mother, so that we can grow this channel together. I love you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.